The Cuba trial is in fact an historical trial in the sense that not even in South Africa has it been proven that someone died in detention as a result of being beaten and being tortured by the security police.
It is the people in the north of Namibia, on and around the Angolan border, who suffer most from the continuing South African occupation. 50% of my people live here in densely populated homelands. To them, brutalities and atrocities committed by the South African security forces are an everyday occurrence. South Africa has nearly 100,000 troops here, regulars and mercenaries. Thousands of Namibians took refuge from the South African troops across the border in Angola. But even there, they were not safe. The South Africans carried the war over the border into Angola, attacking the refugee camps. Here, at Kasinga, they first bombed the camp, then sent in paratroops who massacred 600 people, men, women and children, and wounded over 1,000. This is the carnage they left behind. The South African authorities claimed Kasinga was a military base, but investigations by the United Nations clearly showed it to be a camp for displaced Namibians. Many other brutalities have been committed since the massacre at Kasinga, but so deep are the levels of fear in my country that most people are afraid to speak about them. One white Namibian politician, however, has defied the authorities and detailed the horrors of life for blacks in northern Namibia.
The South African knows what's going on here because they are in full control of Namibia. They have got their so-called security forces up here. They have got 10,000s of men in the country, especially up in the north of Amboland and the Kavango area. So they know what's going on. It's their deeds, it's their handling of the situation. It's their people, especially the officers, who know exactly what is going on. One of their groups are the Kufu.
Fang Buddha, Vezom Zema. Fang Buddha, Vezom Zema. Hirigan de Swapo, Daigan. Fang Buddha. Vezom Zema, Hirigan de Swapo, Daigan. Shall be houses, security and comfort for.
We shall not be moved. We shall not remove, just like a tree standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We never surrender. We never surrender. Aluta.
Fang Buddha, Vezom Zema. Fang Buddha, Vezom Zema. Hirigan.
Hey. Zema ulipeni, elule pandela. Zema ulipeni. Forward we shall march. Forward we shall march. Forward we shall march to the people's government. Then Zenzenina, Zenzenina, Zenzeni, Zenzenina, Zenzenina, Zenzeni, Zenzenina.
We want to see, we want to see, we want to see Semaniyama in Namibia. Today, die, daddy, ha, die, daddy, ha, die, daddy, ha, die, daddy, ha, die, daddy, die, daddy, ha, die, daddy.
Hey, ta, 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 hey, ta, 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 ta. Bazooka, AK-47.
Many rivers full of blood will flow in Namibia's fight for real independence to come to Namibia. Nina na, nina na.
Namibia yetu letu, wetu pea kukalunga, yetu pea kukalemo.
Mevi, mevi letu Namibia, homuna, homuna mahepeko.
This is from the eastern part of Namibia. Odi zukelemo, odi odi wena fosta, zukelo Namibia. Siaya epitor, oh siaya epitoria, siaya epitor, siaya epitoria, siaya.
Hello Namibia, hello, hello. Hello Namibia, hello, hello. Hello Namibia, hello, hello. Hello Namibia, hello, hello. Hello Namibia.
Takuzambele, siambele, oh takuzambele, siambele, etagu. Decembera, meyarune, binongongandavi. Cornelis Correcep skoli komadagea, ne skoli ke taman muknakwe, ne skoli ke asida tisida wandi. Sida keni omkaipi, sida di, skolike. Kwa diske, abusarami, ay.
Sida ge trip 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 para wa. Sida ge trip 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 para wa. Namibia nga sita tingupma. Namibia nga sita tingupma. Sida ge trip trip.
We shall never be beaten by Foster's regime. SWAPO shall never be beaten by Foster's regime. By Foster's regime, SWAPO shall never be beaten by Foster's.
Fang Buddha, Wesom zeg maar.
Peace, peace, wonderful peace, wonderful peace on earth. Peace, peace, wonderful peace, wonderful peace on earth. Peace.
Namibia! Will be free! Namibia! Will be free! When the enemy advance, you retreat. When the enemy retire, you attack. This is precisely what we did.
Sam Nyoma is very deserving of the role of icon of the Namibian liberation struggle. There's no doubt of that.
But I could not really believe that his entire tanks and armed cars and jet fighters were wiped out. Idea, lesbian and homosexualism. This we condemn and reject them. In Namibia, there will be no lesbian, no homosexualism.
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
One of their groups are the Kufut people. Kufut is a special group from the police. Kufut means literally crowbar. So they break up any opposition. With reason or without reason, it doesn't matter. And these people are very dangerous. Lots of them are brought up just to shoot and kill. They are brought here as a killer commando.
As Black Death squads under the command of white South African officers, Kufut is suspected by many in Namibia to be responsible for a whole catalogue of crimes committed in the north. The destruction of church property, rape, torture, and murder. A number of Kufut members are already facing charges of such a nature.
I got first-hand information when I still was, until 1976, a police reserve man here in the country. So I had the contacts to the police. I got my information there. afterwards I got the information from the people. Now, hundreds of people over this period were arrested unlawfully, according to us. They were badly treated. They were intimidated. There were a lot of atrocities while they were in detention. They were beaten up. They came out with broken ribs. They had electric shocks.
Makura kutunganyo po yuwaka huidange mekero abo bana mangange ngodi momgeshi bana mangange tani kararamu ikwasi momete ama kwantani bakusirenge mweneze korundo korundo iko na kere shibiki iponye bakapangurange bapurenga shi nobe oterekere bashwapo amamu bashwapo kapani mama shimpimpa yoge wadio amamu kapani mama tene impimpa yange zindeni kimburange mukapure muno bakutwakana omo mukunda shawo impimpa yoge tubaka kuzire mbatiri nontambo makuwa tawa manganye kukutwi basidire kono change tawa mangoku tawa sindire kono change makura bana mangange ngesi koro change bana hutura kwa tawa huki kandwi esinye namena yingi ya makura amikumo muna mweliki muna tanzika tani bana kumangura
ya tuholokere ngo sima kutunda kimbo yanga niwize kimbo Mr. Nicholas Tia Passion mulamuvo kompepepi makwa ina soda tatu gwananyi ye watu tona watu kwata nokutwa kokamba zo msese iko wakatona unene shi nokudamuna kutumanga ikehe kutwa kamba za lundu kutwa muno hoki do mukusika mano kuwa pasi ko kuhingira uhundire kwa sengeme mashirusi enota nokwasasi mutini ile zo kutamanga kutona ta kutona shiri kutona kuyeura na ukatunda kono meho nage kapto.
Ladies and gentlemen, this song is called The Wind of Change Sweeping Across the African Continent. The wind of change sweeping across the African continent. The wind of change, oh, sweeping across the African continent. Over there, they say this, oh yeah, Africa, oh yeah, ooh, Amanda, oh wait, Aluta, continue, mama, leave Africa, yeah, the wind of change, the wind of change, the wind of change, oh yeah, the wind of change, oh yeah. The wind of hope sweeping across the African continent. The wind of hope sweeping across the African continent. Over there, they say that, oh yeah, Africa, oh yeah, oh wait, Aluta, la continue, mama, vive Africa, yeah, the wind of hope, oh yeah, the wind of hope, the wind of hope, oh yeah, the wind of hope. The wind of freedom sweeping across Mama Africa. The wind of freedom sweeping across Mother Africa. Over there they say this, oh yeah, Africa, oh yeah, ooh, Amanda, oh wait, Aluta, la continua mama, vive Africa, yeah, the wind of freedom, oh yeah, the wind of freedom. Is somebody don't stop the wind of freedom, the wind of freedom, oh, don't stop it, don't stop it, don't stop it, please, somebody don't stop the wind of freedom, don't stop it, over there they say that, oh yeah, la continue, Vive Africa, oh, the wind of freedom, yeah, the wind of
I mean, you know, it's a strange thing to hear. The most intimidating and violent creature on the planet accusing somebody else of being intimidating and violent.